Day 17. It is cold up here. We slept on a little cliff face and the wind kicked our asses all night. We thought we were protected between boulders, but now the wind shifted. We're trying to get to the top of this peak. Well, I don't even know how to pronounce the name, San Jacinto or something. But there's supposedly a shelter up there, so we're gonna go up there, take a break, make our coffee and stuff out of the wind, because fuck, it's blistering cold up here. Oh man. Yay. Down here is where we slept last night. It seemed protected. We had big boulders on that side, big boulder on that side, boulders over there, but the wind just kicked our asses all night. Wasn't horrible, but it's been better. So we have decided to climb San Jacinto. There is a cabin up there, or a shelter. And we're gonna go over and bag that peak and then hide back down the other side. It's supposed to connect back up to the PCT. So we're just gonna do a blue blaze, because the whole time I've been out here, I haven't been to the peak of one mountain. It is a pretty big mountain, man. It is cold up here. There's patches of snow on the ground that are still there. I mean, not a whole lot of them, but still some big patches of snow. You know, 20 feet by 20 feet, just where it's hiding in a shadow. But whew, I was not built for cold, man. And I know this is nothing. It's gonna get way worse in the Sierra. Well, yeah, hey, deal with that shit when I get there. For now, I'm doing the opposite I've done for the past few days. I'm finding patches of sunlight instead of patches of shadow, and just trying to absorb some of that heat. I'm such a bitch when it comes to the cold. Let's go bag a peak, huh? Way up here. This is the highest I think I've ever been. I'm at somewhere near 10,000 feet, and it's getting hard to breathe. I don't think there's a whole lot more up to go. And there's so much smog, it's ruining my view anyway. What it's gonna look like from up there. But it's sweet watching those clouds roll in. We have our first water source. And those are definitely icicles hanging from it. That is definitely an icicle. Yeah, it's that cold. I mean, it's not cold, but it's cold. It's getting better though. The sun has definitely helped out. My fingers were hurting so bad. Oh, so bad. 3 sets of gloves and my fingers are still cold. Doing something wrong. Still gaining altitude, looking down on the clouds. All that white down there, clouds. They spill out over to here where they move really fast when they get over here, but they just dissipate. So they never really make it farther than there. But I am getting the hell up here, man. The city is just covered in smog. It's disgusting. This path isn't it? It's mildly challenging. I mean, there are some rocks on it and stuff. So it's reminiscent of the AT. Okay, according to the sign, San Jacinto's 2.5 miles away, and I am at 9,700 feet elevation right now. Jesus. And I'm going up to like 14,000 before this trip is through. Let's see how I handle that shit. I am on top of the world. Not quite, because I still have a little bit of elevation to go. I'm guessing it's a severe amount of switchbacks to make it stretch out for 2.5 miles. And my main thought is, first, can I make coffee up there? I'm gonna go with that's a yes. Second, is there privy? Because I want to poop, but it's really cold out here and I don't want to take off. I'm wearing everything, well, not everything I have, but I brought 7 layers like a burrito, but I'm only wearing 5 of them right now. I'm up on a big ass mountain looking down at a sea of clouds. This is your moment of zen. So I'm sitting here up on top of this rock waiting for Duck and Mowgli to catch up. They fell really far behind. I'm not sure why. They're normally faster than I am, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait for them for a bit, and I guess, I don't know, head up to the peak if they don't make it. Maybe they headed back down. Maybe they can't handle the altitude. I kind of doubt it though. So I do stupid stuff. So one of the stupid things I did on this trip is I brought this guy. You might have seen him in a few pictures or whatnot. His name's Dragon Egg. He weighs like 1.5 pounds. And I'm just taking little pictures of him using the hashtag Dragon Egg PCT, putting him on Instagram. And then eventually I'm going to find somebody worthy of carrying this lug. As you know, it is pretty weighty, so it's going to take a badass to carry him. You know, I've been carrying him for almost 200 miles, but we all know I'm badass. But eventually I'm going to find somebody worthy, and they're going to take him, and they're going to post pictures with him. And hopefully Dragon Egg has his own little adventure, and I hope he makes it all the way up to Canada. I kind of doubt it. I don't think there's enough badasses in the world that can carry something like this, but, you know, yeah, we're going to see how far it goes. So yeah, I've been lugging this heavy-ass thing around for a while now. About time to pawn it off on somebody. I figured I'd pay a penance and carry it for the first few 100 miles just for being the asshole that brought it out. The least I could do. Just met this nice little girl from Taiwan. We both have ears on our hoods, so, you know, we bonded. She's like, oh, so cute. But yeah, she's headed to the top too, and she's a tiny little thing, so if she can make it, where the hell's Duck and Mowgli? What excuse do they have? Because she stands about this tall. She's doing it like no problem. She's already passed me twice, but she takes breaks every while, so I come back in. Whew, man, hard to catch my breath out here. I'm so far up. I'd show you, but the sun just blocks your view. Yeah, but really, it's just smog and mountains. Smog and mountains. And even though I'm technically going up a mountain, the path is still pretty much smooth. I mean, there's a rock here, boulder there, a little bit of an uphill, but it has been so gradual and easy. It is pretty gorgeous out here. If it wasn't so cold and windy, it'd be fucking awesome. It's starting to heat up a little bit though. That sun is definitely helping. That is solid ice you're seeing. All of this solid ice, snow up here. I'm not breaking out my crampons yet, or what I got, micro spikes. But who knows? I still got a while before I get all the way up. So if it becomes solid ice, hell yes, I'm putting on some spikes. But I'm trying to save them until I get up to Sierra, because that's where I'm really gonna need them. I don't want to fuck them all up here. Everything's snow. It's getting to the point where I might need to break out some crampons. I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna wait till I take one good spill. And then that'll teach me. But at least it's getting warmer. At least it's getting warmer. Mowgli and Duck finally caught up. I've been sitting here waiting around in the snow for a while, contemplating melting some of it down and turning it into coffee. I'm running kind of low on water, and I passed up the last water source. My maps don't work out here. If you're off trail, your map just stops working. So, you know, I figured, fuck it, worst case scenario, I'll melt some snow and turn that into water. But this dude named Zach came up and he's like, hey man, do you guys need any extra water? I carry extra just in case. So I was like, fuck trail magic, brother, thanks. So when we get to the peak and up to that shelter, I can make myself a cup of coffee. Yeah. I'm getting way the hell up here. So high above those clouds. Gorgeous. Still got a little bit to go to the top. I don't know if the one I'm on is as tall as that one, but I'm getting a little vertigo standing here on the edge, so I can't look up and behind me without getting dizzy. Hard to catch my breath up here. Look at all that smog in the city. It's just disgusting. Just disgusting. The clouds are beautiful. I'm watching them flow over that. You can, from where I'm standing, you can see them moving hardcore across the way, but they just melt and dissipate at a certain point. I've been doing it all morning. They just can't break a certain barrier. Here, it's too dry on this side of the mountain or something. Oh, I see the cabin. Nice, I've made it to the peak. Awesome. Got to backtrack another 0.3 to get back to the trail. Well, to get back to the trail that leads to the PCT, we still have to get down off this mountain before we hit the PCT. There's that nice guy, Zach, who gave me some water so I can make coffee, so I didn't have to melt snow. Coffee may not be saving your life, but in my case, it kind of is. What up, Zach? How you doing, brother?
It's glorious out here.
Zach's going to be doing a Sobo later on this year.
Yeah.
Now, wish him luck.
Dude, thanks, man.
So it's a pretty cool shelter. We got a door and a window. There's 4 bunk beds. Yeah, it's pretty tiny. Alright. There was a fireplace at one point, but they blocked it in, which really sucks because, you know, that might have changed. I might have stayed here tonight had there been a fireplace, but it's early in the day, so I'm going to keep pushing. We got tons of ladders. I mean, there's a whole storage thing of ladders. Oh, no, it's the other side. Whole storage thing of ladders right there. I don't know. Need a lot of ladders up here. You know, just get a little bit higher. Look, I'm higher than you. I stacked 2 ladders. Oh, we check through that box yet? Got to do something I've never done before. I got to poop in the snow. Yeah, that's my first. I'm from Arizona. We don't see a whole lot of snow. Even when I was in Virginia, we don't poop in the snow in Virginia. We have bathrooms. But everywhere's freaking snow, so I had to dig a hole in that to go. I'm assuming that's going to preserve it, so whoever who finds that later, I'm sorry. Went as far as I could, but it's a mountaintop. You can only go so far. We got some old-ass graffiti here, 1978. That one up here from 1967. We got ER 75. Is that any relation, ER? Any relation? Is that like a brother? Oh, that's the peak. Yeah, we left all our gear back in that cabin and decided to bag this peak because how often do we get to do one? But it is cold and windy. Oh, there is a sign there. I'll take a picture. Wow. Look how high we are up. What up, Doug? Wow. 10,834 feet. It is windy as hell, but we are on top of the world as far as we're concerned. This is the highest peak for all of us. Man, badass. We got this asshole Foxtrot right here. Look how he's dressed. I mean, look how he's dressed, and he's all comfortable doing it. I'm wearing 2 puffies. I got on 2 layers of gloves, all sorts of hoodie, everything, and I'm still cold. We hate Foxtrot. Thanks, brother. I already don't like this side of the mountain. All right, so we're headed downhill forever, I hear, like forever. But this side of the mountain is cold and windy. I mean, the other side was too, but this side's really cold and windy. Or I'm a whiny bitch. A combination of all that, okay? I'll admit it. But I hear, oh, I'm walking on ice right now. I should totally have those little micro spikes out. A smart person would, wouldn't they?
I guess so. We just hope we're good.
But I hear it turns into desert really soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Hold down. Look at how high we are above the world. We're still above the clouds, the big puffy clouds that you look up to. I am looking down. This is a good experience. I really had a good time doing this. I mean, there was a little bit of pain and all that, but I need to get hand warmers. That was just a reminder of that before I get to some real mountain. Although, I mean, this is real. Who am I kidding? It's almost 11,000 feet. This is real. Way bigger than anything I did on the AT. AT max footage was something like the low 6,000s. So yeah, I've already beat the hell out of the highest I've ever been. Pretty damn cool. Look at that. That is going to be cool, crisp, and refreshing. Filtered by the mountain. And it runs right across the trail. So I could be lazy and collect it from the trail, but you know you want to get it as high up as you can. Oh, I see a good waterfall right there. Ran into a dude in town yesterday. He chatted me up for a while about my kilt. And then we just ran into him right here where we were grabbing water. And we're like, hey man, you just walked up. Was there any water down there? Because our maps don't work, or at least my map's not working when I'm off the trail. And he said there's some way down on the PCT, so he just saved me from carrying 6 pounds of water, so awesome. Oh, it got colder. Oh man, didn't that just look cold? All right, so we're below the clouds, so now we don't have the aid of the sun to keep us warm. So hike faster, that's the rule. When you're cold, hike faster. Okay, so officially back on the PCT. Took quite a while. We skipped technically 4-point-something miles of the trail by doing the Devil's Slide.
We did 5.4 doing that though.
But we did more mileage in doing the Devil's Slide, and it's called the Devil's Slide. Come on. You know that's gonna be way cooler than the PCT. Let's go around the base of mountains and look at them. You know, which is what it's been so far. That was an adventure. Had a good time. Oh damn, PCT, you outdid yourself. Look at those steps. Man, I think somebody's out here with a chisel. Probably a jackhammer. But still, nice. Look at those beautiful things. Look at what surrounds us though. Dun dun dun. It's all ominous that way. Oh, but over here it's happy and friendly. Look, there's blue skies right there. Come around the corner and what is there? Beautiful water source. Oh, awesome waterfall. Look at that waterfall. Yeah. Beautiful. Still ice around it and all that. We're getting lower, but we're still pretty fucking high up. I'm gonna be honest, way too high. It is cold, the clouds are moving fast. There's a lot more on the way. I doubt it's gonna rain, still the desert. Just gotta get down off this mountain. Cameled up. Put as much water as I can carry, which is right now 5 liters on my back, and I'm headed out. I left Duck and Mowgli behind. Their filtration systems are a little slower, and I get colder easier than those guys do. They handle cold way better. Everybody handles cold way better. So I'm like, screw you guys, man. I'm gonna outrun this shit, get down the mountain, back down to the deserts where I belong. But I still got a really long way to get down this stuff. I don't even know how far, because there's still clouds in the way. It is gorgeous though. Had a really good day. This trail's been fun all day long. Need more days like this without the cold. Down the trail, I go to take a break, just sit down on a rock, and I hear from a ways away, "Hey you!" I look down, there's a dude camping down here. He's like, "Hey man, you wanna like have a little safety meeting?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Come around the corner, dude's wearing a kilt. Yeah, kinda love them kilted peoples. I don't know how to get down to them now. But yeah, good times, man. You gotta love the random shit that happens in the woods. I was at the top of this. Actually, we were all at the top of this just a couple hours ago. Hells yeah, look at the size of this thing. That's a mountain.
Of rock.
Okay, Mowgli says those are the next mountains we're headed towards. It's nice and gradual climb. We get to go through a cool canyon. Those look pretty huge. I don't know if they're bigger than this one. It's hard to tell from so far away, but they look a little larger. That means cold. Ah. Nice little wooden arch. It's always, you know, good luck to go through one of these. Because I keep telling Duck he's the one that's going to die on this adventure. It'll make for a better movie in the end if somebody dies. Can't be me. This is my movie. So I volunteered Duck. Mowgli seems too obvious, so can't be him. Damn, look at that shit. I was just up there. Man. That's good skiing, isn't it? For those who have the balls. Can't even see them on camera, but there's tiny little wind farms down there. Those little things. You know how big a wind farm is. How high up I am. So I'm still a mile or two up in elevation. Not cool. Sun is going down. It's starting to get a little colder. We all know I fear that. Problem is in another half mile, everything becomes pay sites from what I hear, that I have to pay to camp. And that's going to go on for the next 6 miles. So I have the choice if I can camp kind of here where it's windy, cold, and not level, or pay money, or add another 6 miles to my night. I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear, of course. But I think I'm just going to try to hustle one of those spots. If, you know, they're not filled with people or anything, they won't notice if I get in late and leave early. That's kind of the loose plan right now. But more or less, I'm just looking for somewhere warm and out of the wind. Even cold and out of the wind would do, but warm is always better. Always. I am still that high in the sky. Way the hell up here. Alright, so we haven't seen any signs that said we need to pay for camping yet. I assume when we get to that point, there will be some, but we haven't seen anything that would pass as a campsite anyway. It's rather steep off there and steep going up, so it's really nothing. So if I have to, I'm gonna walk throughout the night to get off of this mountain, because there's no way I'm trying to camp up here. It's cold as hell, windy, rocks everywhere. Yeah, no way I'm doing it. So if I can't sneak in on one of those pay sites, then I'm just gonna keep walking until I find something I can sleep at, but I'm not sleeping up here. Ooh, sunset going on. Okay, so we decided to keep going. We came across a bunch of campers. There was like a big camp spot where we could have, but there was such cold wind blowing through the thing. I didn't even stop. I was like, later. And I just kept bolting. I'm just gonna keep walking down this stupid mountain until I get warm. I'm not camping until I get warm. Sunset. Oh, that's some good stuff right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Which means it's gonna get cold as fuck. Okay, later on, beautiful sunset. I will catch another one, I swear. Nuts. I hear that is a casino. It's all lit up and it's huge. And you know what casinos mean? Buffet. Yes, that is what casinos mean. I don't know how close we're getting to it. I kind of doubt we're getting anywhere near it, but it's just a tease that I can see it and can't eat it. Oh, look at all that excitement going on down there. Lights. Oh, food and warmth. Oh, there's Jupiter shining. Oh, I wish I was down there. I'm just gonna keep walking. We can't find anywhere to camp, so screw it. Just gonna walk until it's warm. That's the plan. Fuck the cold. We have made it down off the mountain. We found a nice flat spot down here, big enough for all of us. Those guys are way over there. But it's warm down here. These bushes are all blocking the wind for us, so it's gonna do. Awesome. Feels good to be off that mountain. I'm sure it was cold. Not to everybody else, but it was to me.